Hello, and welcome back to Rosewater.
Yeehaw! A little spice on that. Or at least attempted to.
Here we're in the Luminarian? I don't know.
I'm not sure. The
I don't
butterfly
remember.
people.
Yeah. We're in their commune, Chrysalis, and from how you can see how uncomfortable Harley is standing, this place is kind of weird. And disquieting.
That's for sure.
By the way...
Feels like it should be noisier than it is, but I get why it's not. It feels like there should be like some background kind of...
Yeah.
It's actually freakier that there isn't.
It definitely is a little freaky that you clearly have two people talking.
Mm-hmm.
Like three if you're gonna count like this as two people in a conversation, but like you've got like multiple people talking and there's just crickets.
Yeah. Crickets and outdoor noises. Not even music. It's actually really creepy. I don't remember if there's been music in the rest of the... I mean, there has to have been music.
There's occasionally music.
Okay.
It's actually not very common for there to be music in this game.
Weird.
It's kind of unsettling.
I wonder if that's done with some purpose, you know?
Maybe.
It is a quiet frontier-like location, you know?
Yeah. By the way, so the sign in the kind of the main split there is actually referring to the stage here.
So a rostrum is a stage?
Yes.
That's interesting. New vocab word for you guys, rostrum.
Okay, let's get a looking around. The level of discomfort.
The butterflies sure seem to like these flowers. A reliable water supply is everything out here.
That's for damn sure.
They seem enthralled by Paul's ramblings. They're really fond of this butterfly motif, aren't they?
I kind of like it.
He does go on, doesn't he?
I think we clicked on this one, but I don't think we clicked on this one.
The butterfly makes this one less creepy, but not by much. Something about that makes my skin crawl.
Okay. Should we have a chat with people or listen to Paul first?
Let's listen to the sermon, I say.
My friends, today we give thanks for our manifold blessings. On this day of celebration, the Evocator's Day of Transcendence. And why do we celebrate today
crazy.
on the 8-month anniversary? Because one is nothing special. One is an isolating, selfish, lowly number. But 8 is perfection. 8 is infinity. 8 is the flap of the butterfly's wings. On this day in March of this year, exactly 8 months ago, the luminous ones called Evocator Bennett up to join them in the luminiferous ether. In so doing, they showed us the path of light, where soon we all shall follow. Now our soul sibling Bennett dwells among them in the etheric realm beyond this earth, in a transcendent union of cosmic harmony and peace.
Interesting.
Yeah. 8 months ago?
Interesting. 8 months ago. That's not very long ago.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny?
What's going on?
What is that guy talking about?
Yeah, really.
So, what's our friend on stage been jabbering about?
What hasn't he? This guy makes Jake seem like a silent monk by comparison. Anyway, it's mostly been about Clark, his etheric research in New Britannia, how he built his lab out here after the Expo disaster. Excuse me, miracle, that sort of thing. He says Clark transcended. I'm not sure what that means.
I get the impression it means he's dead.
Oh, Oh, that's bad.
I don't know what transcended means. He's not here anymore, Danny. Oh. Can you shoot down a box and clocks?
Right this moment.
What's your impression of Chrysalis?
Well, it's peculiar. Everybody's got a job to do, a way to help. Nobody's left out, and that's nice. But all this stuff about etheric beings? It sounds,
Crazy?
You said it, not me. Anyhow, I wouldn't mind hanging around a while.
I don't think I've ever seen Danny this frank. He's just like, I don't know, man.
Danny's just like, I could vibe here, but like, it's weird.
Yeah.
I'll ask about the box later.
I'll leave you to the lecture.
That seems like a weird place to mention it.
At least not while you're still exploring the commune.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Ah, Harley. Miss Larkin here was just telling me about this fascinating place.
Hello and welcome. It's so nice to have visitors.
Thanks, but I was hoping to have a word with Jake in private.
Of course.
What's on your mind?
Jake, what the fuck?
So, what have you picked up from these fine folks?
This ethericity stuff is much more complex than I thought. Seems our friend Dr. Clark may have been on to something after all.
Are you buying into this?
Possibly. This building full of Clark's things. I need to get inside. Any
I
ideas?
think I found a promising lead. There's a shack on the other side of the commune full of things salvaged from Clark's lab. Only problem is it's being guarded by that first luminarian we met.
Oh, the feller with the tinfoil chapeau?
The very same. How can I get past him?
He's a peculiar one, but he seems to be the most reverent to these folk. Perhaps you could win him over with a peace offering. There might still be something in the lab that's been overlooked.
I'll just leave you to it
Okay,
then.
so he reinforces that we need to get into that room.
Begging your pardon.
How may I help?
What is it you do around here?
Plenty. I help in the fields and in the kitchen, but my particular gift is keeping Chrysalis beautiful and its people inspired. All the murals and paintings you see around the commune are my work.
And a fine job you've done.
Why, thank you.
Could you explain the horribly creepy painting over
Yeah,
here?
can you explain that one over there?
Yeah, the art's pretty. Except that one.
I agree. You've really managed to liven up this desert with some color.
Yes, that was my intent. I'm glad it comes across.
You seem to love butterflies.
I've noticed you all sure are fond of butterflies.
What better creature to symbolize transcendence? Like butterflies, we too will undergo a metamorphosis, pass through the veil into the ether, and join the luminous ones. Not only that, their wings have 8 sections, and they flap in a figure-8 pattern.
Does that mean something?
Evocator Bennett's sacred number, of course.
Do they? I'd have to look into that.
I was going to ask you.
You were going
if
to turn to me, the resident Palpalon expert.
Yes.
Hang on. I kind of need to know the answer now.
I think that they might flap in a figure-8 pattern. I think.
Later.
They do fly. They do move their wings up and down in a figure-8 pattern during flight, so that's definitely true.
Okay.
Butterfly wing areas. Here we go. Hang on. This might be what they're talking about. The forewing and the hind wing is broken up into the basal, discal, post-discal, submarginal areas, and that's for both wings. And that would be 4 and 4, which would make 8.
Yeah.
If you do it that way, that might be what they're talking about.
Yeah, that could definitely be what they're talking about.
That's interesting. Very interesting. I'm learning these
number?
things.
What does that mean?
The number 8 is very important. It appears constantly in the evocator's writings, and Bennett himself was born on the 8th of August, 1788.
That's quite a coincidence.
Coincidence is mere illusion.
I like
The
the
number
idea.
8 is coming to kill this man. It possibly already has.
I like the idea, though, that they may have respect. The number 8 comes up constantly in his writings, along with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That would be really funny. You know, when you focus down, you look for clues that don't actually exist, which is the storied history of mankind finding codes and things that don't have codes.
Yeah.
How did you end up here in Chrysalis?
Ethericity always fascinated me. I joined up with the Luminarians when they were passing through Rampton on their way west. We founded Chrysalis here, close to the evocator's laboratory, and where the veil is parted.
The Veil?
The boundary between our world and the ether, the realm of the cosmos, home of the luminous ones. The barrier is very thin here. Can't you feel it?
There's definitely something in the air.
I believe
It might
that
be
would.
color.
I believe that would be all of the, etheric stuff that we broke.
The etheric something or other that's up there.
So, about the creepy shadows.
What's the meaning behind those shadow paintings?
We commemorate those who have transcended, and those who will.
Hence the butterflies?
Very astute. Yes, the butterfly represents the immortal soul, the essence of a person in their fullest flourishing. The butterfly is pure potential, contained within those who have not yet transcended. Once someone has passed into the ether, it is released and flies
So a
free.
bit of that
Why, that's mighty
ancient
poetic.
Greek.
Yeah.
I can see that you have quite a bold, brilliant butterfly stirring within you.
You don't say. You see that, do you?
If you permit me, it would be my honor to paint it. Only if you're willing, of course. Everyone's journey to transcendent readiness is unique.
Perhaps you could tell me more about it once Harley's done talking.
With pleasure.
I think Jake is either just going with it because like he's a smooth talker, or he's buying into it a little bit.
I'm not. Jake's either buying into it, or he's just like, I will say whatever you want to hear pretty late.
Yes, exactly. I'm getting either of those vibes there.
It could be both.
It could be both, yeah.
Did you ever meet Dr. Clark?
I did. Once. Such a brilliant mind. We didn't speak long, but I felt as though we'd conversed for hours.
I have to wonder, was, the commune formed before Clark transcended?
That's what I'm getting the vibe about.
Did he look out his window and see a bunch of weirdos camped outside his
What
lab?
are you doing out there? Go away. Did they exist? I assume that what happened is the expo.
Yeah.
And then they formed in a way to explain what happened to the expo, with the expo. And then they followed him out here? Maybe? I don't know.
That kind of tracks.
Do you have an idea of where Dr. Clark might be currently?
Of course. He's with the luminous ones.
Pardon?
The beings on the other side
Probably
of the
should
veil.
have known that
The
one.
ones who dwell in the
Ask
deep.
a dumb
You're
question,
saying
Harley.
Clark is dead?
Not dead. Transcended. Eternal. You still have much to learn. It's good you're with us now. Everything will become clear soon. Trust me.
If I leave my party members unattended, do you think they're going to get transcended when I'm not looking?
It would be pretty funny the longer you leave your party members with a cult, the more, they get indoctrinated. I'm not gonna lie, that would be a funny mechanic.
What exactly was Dr. Clark's etheric research about?
Truth.
Lovely sentiment, but could
That's
you be a
not
bit more
helpful,
specific?
actually.
He sought to connect us with the world above, to unite us with the luminous ones. He succeeded in not only opening the door, but stepping through and crossing the veil. He
All this
showed
to
that
make
the
a better
way is
battery.
possible. Now we all must learn to follow.
All right. Thanks for the chat.
Be well.
Don't wander too far now.
I just want to know whether or not, like, Clark was buying into this, or if they just are putting words in his mouth.
Hey, Danny.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Hey, Danny, about the lab and toolboxes and
I
your
was
gun.
wondering if you might help me out with something.
What?
There's a toolbox inside Clark's lab that's out of reach, and I've had no luck getting it down. Think you might put your pistols to the task? I asked Jake to do it, but he said you were the one for the job.
I could do that. Yeah. You want to go right now?
Yes,
Yeah,
let's head over now.
Skedaddle.
Sure thing. Just lead the way.
Ah, Phil.
Oh, hey!
There you
Hey,
are.
Phil.
I forgot Phil was waiting for us.
Luminous lunatics too, did you?
Not entirely. Danny's come to help get that box down. That's it, up there.
Right. You might want to stand over on this side, Phil.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, don't.
It's for safety reasons. Don't be in the, firing range. Oh man, it's a good thing he moved.
Yeah.
Thanks, Harley. Happy to help. So, what's inside that box that's so important anyway?
Guess we all get to find out together.
Harley's just like, I hope that there's something important in this box.
Guys,
Man, I staked
it's-
so much on this.
Completely empty.
There's more than one way to get a box open.
I mean, it's open now.
Well, anything good inside?
Not really. Just a wrench and this odd dial thing.
I hope it was worth the trouble then.
That was good practice, at least. I'm heading back to Chrysalis. See you both later.
Alright, see you, Danny.
Yeah, see you, Danny.
Okay, we got the dial. That's
Yeah.
good.
Hey, Phil, let's talk.
What about?
What are your hints on this building? I already know how to get into it, but
A bunch of Clark's things are collected at the commune, but one of the Luminarians is guarding the place.
Naturally. Are you seeking a distraction?
If you have an idea, I'm all ears.
It just so happens
oh,
I
we
do.
get another
I have had a
option.
look around, and this machinery is quite unstable. With a few more items, I could finish what we started with the door and send this whole place up in smoke. That would give you time to search, no?
It would, but it seems a touch extreme. What would you need exactly?
Well, mainly fertilizer and flammable liquid for accelerant. I can construct a detonator out of scrap I found, but I will need something to serve as the plunger to set it off.
Well, I'll consider it.
Okay, I do like there's
Right,
a couple different
carry on.
options.
Yeah, much appreciated.
we can,
like those.
We can commit a little bit of terrorism.
Is it terrorism if no one lives here?
People worship this as a holy site.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Definitely would be
point.
classified under terrorism.
Alright, well, we got the dial.
A round dial with a small red notch on it.
Okay, do you think it's going to be a red notch?
Oh.
No.
No. No, not at all.
Hardly.
It won't turn any further that way.
What?
Oh, sorry, I was facing the wrong direction.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, what? Do we need to flip the numbers? Is that what that's about?
Phil, you might wanna...
Phil? Oh, God. Oh, shit.
F.
Move.
Phil.
You
Are you
okay,
alright?
buddy?
I think so. The cage seems to have absorbed all that energy. Just warn me before you try that again.
So, this console operates equipment by setting the dials in a 4-digit sequence. That means we need to figure out the right code to get the door open.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Okay, so
that's
yeah.
to make the ray gun go bzzz.
Yeah, okay.
Which makes sense, because that's the number that's right next to it.
So
but-
let's set this to 1788.
Oh, the year. Okay.
Yeah, the year of
Weather.
the year he was born.
Hell yeah. Let's try it.
Not Clark's birth year. Guess that would have been too obvious.
Okay.
I think it was a good guess.
What year was the expo? Hang on a second. 1847. 1847.
Other way.
47. Year of my greatest failure.
No good. I guess those dials aren't set up correctly.
Okay, so
No.
not that one.
Okay.
Alright, hang on, let's see. Is there any other numbers that have been, like, floating around in this area?
Well, they certainly talked a lot about Clark and the commune. So,
yeah.
hang on, let's,
February 12th, 1850. Dr. Clark, I hope this letter finds you well. Upon hearing news of the reactionary and ignorant ban our leaders have seen fit to impose, my thoughts went to you and your thankless labors in the wilderness. When they hounded you out after the expo, and I wouldn't be surprised if Leroy's cronies sabotaged your display to discredit you, you were undaunted. After enduring such a trying year, I know how much building that lab out there meant to you. A turning point in your fortunes, or so it seemed. Yet I am sure you will persevere once more. One day when rationality again prevails in the halls of government and this silly thing is lifted, I hope to take you up on your offer of a tour. If you've returned to the bosom of civilization by then, all the better. With warm regards, Dr. Roderick Nethersoul. P.S. How you managed to rig a TT-180 console to control both your equipment and door mechanisms still baffles me. Mine is destined for the scrapyard.
Well, this is that console.
Yeah.
Try all 8s.
All 8s.
This one's a wild one, just kind of...
They say 8 is his...
Magic
number.
Not Clark's birthday.
That's not Clark's birthday at all!
It is, actually.
Oh, is it? Wait, is it?
Yes.
Oh, never mind.
August 8th.
Oh,
1788.
Fuck, I forgot about that. I was just going 8 all the way down. I'm dumb.
Okay, so...
Anyway, Try inputting the code in backwards.
Which code? This code?
9207 7029.
We can try that.
Do you have another
It
idea?
won't turn any further that way. It won't.
I do not at the moment.
No good. I guess those dials aren't set up correctly.
Okay, so there's got to be another number somewhere that we're missing.
I can't see through. The window is too grimy.
Can I?
Oh yeah, can you clean it? Hello?
No.
No, I guess not. That was a great idea.
Can I clean it with a bit of... Nope.
Acid.
A wrench.
Got a
Nothing
wrench.
spectacular about it.
What's the wrench for? I would assume for something in there, but... Oh, go back to the machine.
That machine?
Yeah. See where the plate is? Can you
This plate?
unscrew... Not that one. The other one.
It's the code to activate the ceiling cannon. If only Clark had written down the code for that door.
Thank you, Harley. This one?
Can you unscrew that?
TT-18.
I can try.
Nope.
No.
Nope. No screws there. Okay. They probably would have made the screws more obvious if that was an option.
Yeah.
Okay. That was my thought, so...
That's okay.
I love the idea of Phil's just following you around, just like, you're like looking at things, and he's just like, I got nothing.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of useless books. Seems to be working now.
I can't go zooming in on that.
It's working again.
Hooray! Huzzah!
Hey, Phil? Let's talk.
What about?
Any ideas what the code for the door might be?
It could be anything. Are you intending to guess it?
Unless I find it written somewhere, I don't see any other way.
Santa Maria. That could take months. If what is behind that door is so important, then the code itself must be something meaningful to Clark. Maybe you can deduce it by learning more about him. I am certain those payasos at the commune will have plenty to share.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So
Carry on.
the hint is that the commune is going to give us the number in some fashion.
We kind of figured.
Yeah. I feel like we've used the numbers that are most easiest to locate, including, like, his birthday is, the one we had tried.
Let's try the actual date of the expo.
Okay, did we not do it?
We did the year.
Oh, okay.
So Saturday compared to Wednesday. So that would be
Oh, shit.
4 days ago?
Okay,
June 5th, right?
I think so.
June 5th, 47.
Okay, so 6547.
If that doesn't work, we can try swapping these two numbers.
No good. I guess those dials aren't set up.
Yeah, because it could be written day, month, year.
Yeah.
No good. I guess those dials aren't set up correctly.
Do you think our math is a little off? Like, is it maybe, I don't know, like 6647 or 6447?
That's possible. It might not be, the date of the expo. I feel like it should be the date of the expo, but, it could be something else.
Yeah. Let's go back to the commune real quick.
Yeah.
I will stay in here.
Phil prefers this crazy to that crazy.
Yeah.
And boy, is it a little crazy.
Whatever
Especially
turning on
right
that
now.
generator did, I hope it's not permanent.
Oh wait. Guess not.
All right then.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. I liked the sky being... Holy hell, how did we not notice that?
Yeah, really. How long's that been there? That's the soil if
Yeah.
you wanted to explode it.
Not very intimidating. No wonder the crops are bare.
I suppose you could always take the soil in case you want it, but...
Yeah.
They're busy. All good with you, Nadine?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. I sure hope you've written some of this stuff down, Harley.
Pretty detailed reports.
Yeah.
He's even doodled horses and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Another ragamuffin is like snake oil. Bill proved resourceful, skilled at destruction, wielding dynamite like a crowbar.
Quite give us.
Yeah.
Okay, can you talk to Samuel, was it?
Samuel.
I've got more important concerns right now.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
I will definitely say
Yeah.
a very direct criticism that I could levy now is that if there is information that is important for solving a puzzle, I have no way of reviewing it.
Unless it hasn't been brought up yet.
Yeah, but if it's supposed to be talked to the Luminarians, and you'll get clues.
Well, let's see if the others talk. It's
I don't think they will, though.
Hey, Danny?
What's going on?
If you were an eccentric scientist, what would you use for a code?
If you had to pick a 4-digit number sequence that was easy to remember, what would you pick?
Suppose it'd be something important? A date, maybe? Or a memorable year? Never really thought about it.
I mean,
Tried those.
What about his birth year?
Tried that one.
Never mind.
So, where did you learn to shoot?
I, used to know some folks that were handy with pistols. They gave me a few pointers, and I just sort of picked it up.
I'll leave you to the lecture.
Hey,
Could we
Jake?
have a word in private, Jake?
Sure. What's on your mind?
I got a theoretical question for you.
Shoot.
Say you needed to come up with a sequence of 4 numbers. What would you pick to make it easy to remember?
Hell, that's easy. 1817.
That didn't take you long.
It's the year I broke my first filly. If you get my meaning. Not something one forgets easily.
Right. I'll just leave you to it then.
Okie dokie, Jakey.
Okay, Jake didn't need to have that information. I assume you're
Best
busy.
not to interrupt.
Yep.
God damn it. Okay,
They're
fair
really fond of this
argument. Fair criticism.
Here in Chrysalis, at
Yeah, actually, hang on.
Evocator's laboratory, his holy temple, the veil has been parted. And on the other side, the luminous ones are waiting to welcome us home. When he first arrived here, in that twice blessed year, for never forget that 8 is the most sacred
Okay, so
number.
88.
Evocator Bennett perhaps did not yet know that he was building a temple. But that is what it was, my friends. A temple, a lighthouse, a shining beacon in the dark. A divine instrument that would pierce the cosmic veil, letting the ether's
That
light
could be
shine
88, though.
through to guide us.
Could be
calling
18
the
something
luminous
8.
ones, calling us here, calling us home.
1848.
1848?
Yeah. The Expo disaster is in 47.
Yeah.
1847, right?
Right, yeah.
He was born in 1788.
Uh-huh.
So it'd have to be 1848.
Okay.
Hang on.
Alan, I want to see this tested. I think you might be onto something here. Right?
Yeah. Okay. 18...
It would be twice blessed in their eyes.
Yeah.
Wait, that's it!
Hot damn.
Nicely done.
Haha.
Perfect. Good job!
Nothing
Thank
horrible
you.
came out, shall we?
After you.
So the answer was you kind of had to, like, work it out there.
Yeah. Had to...
Oh my gosh!
Santo cielo.
What in the ether happened in here?
I do not know, but I am not going in any further.
Phil's smart. We should leave.
We should leave right now. What the actual fuck did we walk into? Are those wooden mannequins or are they bodies?
Okay, those are wooden mannequins. It appears that there's some aethericity experiment to grow food, maybe?
Maybe.
It certainly worked.
For sure. It definitely worked.
Oh.
What the actual fuck?
These mannequins are disturbingly lifelike. This one's posed like it's reaching for something.
Clark's research involved playing with life-size dolls? Que
Quite a
locura.
bit. Quite a bit of that.
This one's just staring at his buddy. This one seems to be the happiest of the bunch.
How can you tell?
It's the only one smiling.
This one's missing
This
a
one's
head.
missing its head.
Yeah.
I wonder how that happened.
I can die happy never finding out.
Is that its head on the
That's
ground?
its head on the floor.
Why is its head on the
That mannequin's head fell over here and has been wrapped up by a tomato vine. This might be of interest to our friends in Chrysalis.
Oh, that's true. They probably would find that very interesting.
This pumpkin is thriving, despite being sealed in here with no water or sunlight.
There is something very unnatural about all this.
Yeah, for sure.
It gets substantially worse when you remember that there's a handprint on that window.
Oh gosh.
I don't know if the handprint's from the
Completely
inside or
overgrown.
outside,
Probably for
though.
the best.
Yeah.
Ripe and juicy tomatoes. How can they grow without any soil?
Easy. Devilry.
I'm with Phil on this one.
Phil's just like, have you considered dark magic?
These squashes look healthy.
I'm so glad the squash looks
Some
healthy.
huge green bean pods.
Green beans?
I suppose those are green beans.
Holy shit.
These squashes look healthy. Ripe and juicy tomatoes.
Okay.
Big thing on the ceiling.
Try not to look at the big thing on the ceiling.
Never seen anything like that before. Have you?
Nope. And I never want to see anything like it again.
Phil is a mood.
Yes. Hey, Phil, you want to talk about what we saw in there?
I'd rather not.
Hey, Phil, let's talk.
What about?
Nope,
Right.
okay.
Carry on.
Well, okay, we got the peace offering.
Yeah. Okay.
I will stay in here.
You okay?
So, like, should we talk about that?
Yeah, we should talk about that, but what the fuck?
Like, what are we supposed to say about that?
You know, the more I think I know what ethericity is, the less I think I know about what ethericity.
You had mentioned about having
They're
problems
busy.
with your... Okay. I was gonna say, you're mentioning about having problems with your crops. I suppose ethericity could be used to grow crops.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just tell that to Sam.
I've got
Yeah.
more important concerns right now.
What do you mean? Oh, wait, you're supposed to hand it to him.
This is easily one of the strangest things I've ever had in my possession.
Ah, that's
Valid.
understandable.
Have a look at this.
What? Where did this come from?
Clark's lab. His test room, to be precise.
You were able to get inside?
Sure was. It was full of plants and all kinds of weird equipment. The ethericity seems to have boosted the growth of the seeds somehow. It's like a jungle in there.
I cannot condone your reckless disregard for the sanctity of the laboratory. But I also cannot deny the importance of this discovery. I must alert Emissary Paul immediately.
Okay, bye.
Well.
I'd better be quick. No telling when that chump might come back.
That's a definite indication to save a game.
Yeah.
We're in.
Okay. We also do need to stop.
Oh, do we? Okay, well, this works out.
So, maybe I should write a note for us to pause the game immediately upon boot up next time.
You maybe should write, just in case.
I don't know if it's actually going to be a countdown, or if it's like a click on a certain number of things sort of thing, or if it's like you click on the right thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm pretty sure when it, when you have the section with, stealing the pocket watch.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's just click on the right thing.
I think so. I don't think that was like a timed thing as much as it was once you hit the right area. And like, I think with the when we were stealing from the caravan, it was more that like there's only a certain number of things that you can do before time runs out, and it's based on more what you decide to click on and keep rather than, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this was an eventful last couple minutes in particular.
For real. Real turn in the last act, so to speak.
Yeah.
I'm excited to... This looks like normal research stuff. Nothing here looks outrageous like that room in the lab.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to get into what like some of these little things must be.
Yes, that's going to be interesting.
Quite what Dr. Clark was doing.
Yeah.
I've also been considering playing Lamplight City again on my own to see if I'm forgetting something from that game.
Yeah. That might
like,
be.
I suspect it'd be fine, but I know for a fact that, like, I've played that game, and, like, I feel like there's things being referenced that I should know, and not that they're needed for playing, but, like, there's this, like, scratch at the back of my brain that I'm forgetting something.
Yeah.
You know?
That might be something to do in our off time.
Yeah. It's a good game, by the way.
Yeah. But we'll have to check in with you next time.
Yeah.
See you then.
Bye.